Hello, fourth grade parents and students. This is Mrs. B from Paseo, Pointe. Thank you for watching this video that I've worked so hard on. So the way that online music is going to go for now, because we need to be practicing social distancing to keep everyone safe, is I'm going to post a video. And in the video, I will give instructions either for an assignment for them to do, for a website them to go to, and what they need to tell me about the website to earn their points. Or I may be playing a song and just talking about the person, and they need to go look up maybe like one fact about the person. I'm trying to keep it a pretty easy load, but the question will be embedded in the video somewhere. I may not say it at the same spot every time because I do want you guys to watch the video, and I do want you still learning. And thank you for taking time to be able to learn. I really miss you guys, and I can't wait to see you again. For those of you who do have ukuleles at home, I can post some resources for you guys for ukuleles so you can practice at home. Remember the Little Kids Rock website, LKR. So littlekidsrock.org will give you videos that you guys can actually use as lessons, and there's lots of songs in there that have the ukulele already on there. All right, guys, so we were supposed to be starting our musical unit, but that's unfortunately not going to happen right now. If we have time when we get back to school, we will do it. If not, we got next year. So we're going to be learning about Aretha Franklin, which is one of my favorite R&B and soul singers. She was born in 1942 and died in August of 2018. She was a singer, songwriter, and pianist. She began her career by singing gospel, which is pretty common, especially for R&B and soul, at a church in Detroit, Michigan, where her father was the pastor. In 1960, she was embarked on her secular career. Her secular career would be her non-Christian, non-gospel career. She signed with Columbia Records, didn't do super great, and then she signed with Atlantic Records in 1967 and had super successful acclaim, as in 5 songs in the top 10 just that year. So, in 1942, she was born in a 2-room house in Memphis. This house was what would be called a shotgun house. So, what I mean by that is there's a hallway, and on one side of the hallway you have the front door, the other side you have the back door, and then you have rooms on this side of the hallway and that side. So you could open up both of the doors and actually shoot a shotgun, and it wouldn't go through the walls or anything. That's what they mean by a shotgun house. In the Midwest, they were a very popular style of house because you could add rooms to it as you went, if needed. So her family moved to Buffalo not long after she was born, when she was 2, and then in 4 they moved to Detroit. After they moved to Detroit, her parents actually divorced and her mom moved back to Buffalo, and because mom was gone and dad was a pastor of a church, she was with grandma most of the time. When she was 10, her mom died, which actually had a really big effect on Aretha. She started taking out her emotions in music. She sang in church at an early age, and she learned to play piano by ear. That means she didn't read music when she first learned how to play piano. By her late preteens, she was singing solos almost every Sunday, and it was very enjoyed by lots of people. Her father was a very respected preacher in Detroit, and she grew up with local and national celebrities in her house, like Albertina Walker, Mahalia Jackson, Clara Ward, like all these people, like huge names. Like think like Mariah Carey, Beyonce, and Rihanna in your house, like all the time. Like that's what she would get. It was amazing. It was definitely like pivotal in her development in her vocals as a child, because she had like people who were already rocking it giving her ideas. So she is one of the most honored artists in Grammy history. She has 18 competitive Grammys. That means she was nominated for them, and 2 honorary because of all the work she did. She had 20 #1 singles on the R&B chart, and she had 2 #1 hits on the Hot 100. The Billboard Hot 100, what that is all the songs being on, oh my gosh, all the songs on the radio at that time, like that was the #1. One of those was Respect, and the other was I Knew You're Waiting For Me, which was a duet with George Michael. Both of those are 20 years apart. Since 1961, she had 45 top 40 hits on the Billboard Hot 100. She also had 14 singles that sold more than 1 million. That's more than any female artist, including Beyonce, y'all. She had 10 #1 R&B albums between 1967 and 1982, which is, again, more than any other female artist. In 2005, she was listed by Rolling Stones as the greatest singer of all time. She got a Presidential Medal of Freedom from George W. Bush. She performed the Star-Spangled Banner at the Super Bowl in 2006. The same year, she got an honorary doctorate of music from Berklee College and from Yale. So getting one from Yale is pretty impressive. not a lot of people go specifically to Yale for music. Like, I'm not saying it's not a good school, because it is, especially overall. But, like, Berkeley is, like, one of those colleges that even, like, super awesome people don't get into. And basically an honorary doctorate, what that is like, you already know so much about music. You know as much as someone with who got a doctorate from Berkeley knows. So we're just going to give you one. In 1987, she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and she was the first female artist and first female African-American artist to do so. She was also the only singer featured at Barack Obama's inauguration in 2009. So the 2009 inauguration, she was the only one. That was his first inauguration. That wasn't his re-election. There was a possibility he wasn't going to get elected again, because you don't know when you're first starting. Like, you want to be, but you don't know. And he chose to have only one person, which was not the norm. Inauguration, by the way, is after the elections in November and January, when they take over for former president. So in 2018, she did die. She was gravely ill and was on hospice, which is where she's basically at her house, but medical people are coming to her house to take care of her like she would have been in a hospital. She was surrounded by family friends like Stevie Wonder and even her ex-husband. They visited her, and she died on August 16th of 2018 at the age of 76, and they believe it was advanced pancreatic cancer. Now, in 1979, she did get a star on the on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So if you go to the Hollywood Stars Boulevard, you can see her star. And she was also, Michigan declared her a voice and natural resource, which is kind of odd because natural resources are not normally voices. She was also inducted. Was inducted into the Kennedy Center Honoree Program in 1994. The National Academy of Recording Arts and Science gave her a Grammy Legend Award because she's legendary. And she got a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award for her 18 Grammys. She was also given the Presidential Medal of Freedom by George W. Bush. And she was inducted into the Michigan Rock and Roll Hall of Fame of Legends in 2005. She was also in the UK Hall of Fame for rock and roll. The Music UK Hall of Fame, which is crazy to me because she's not even from the UK. She actually, as far as I know, she didn't really do any tours over there because at that time people didn't really do like over the sea tours like they do now. So that was pretty interesting to me because like I'm not even sure back at that time that she had actually done any performances there. She was the 2008 Music Cares Person of the Year. She also performed at the Grammys a couple days later, which was a pretty busy year for her. After her surgery and recovery in 2011, the Grammys decided to do a ceremony to be a tribute to her, where they sang a melody of classics performed by Christina Aguilera, Jennifer Hudson, Martina McBride, Yolanda Adams, and Florence Welch. Jennifer Hudson, by the way, is pretty much, you could almost call her like the modern day Aretha Franklin. That same year, she reached 19th on the Billboard Hot 100 all-time top artist, and she ranked first on the Rolling Stones list of greatest artists of all time. She was inducted into the GMA Gospel Hall of Fame in 2012, and she was described as the voice of the civil rights movement, the voice of Black America, and a symbol of Black equality. Now think about this, guys. When she was performing, that was in the 60s. That was after the Jim Crow laws. Like, sometimes they were still there, and even when they weren't there, they were still being acted upon. Like, it may not have been a rule that you couldn't use that bathroom, but it didn't mean that you were highly shunned from using that bathroom and really made uncomfortable until you didn't want to. And she was a big voice about this, just like Ray Charles been like, dude, this is not cool. In 2014, an asteroid was named in her honor. So President Obama, at the 2015 Kennedy Center Honors, said that America history wells up when Aretha Franklin sings. Nobody embodies more fully the connection between the African American spiritual, the blues, R&B, and rock and roll. The way that hardship and sorrow were transformed into something full of beauty and vitality and hope. On June 8th of 2017, the city of Detroit honored Franklin's legacy by renaming a portion of Madison Street Aretha Franklin Way. And in January 29th of 2018, the Oakland Press in California confirmed that the American Idol runner-up, Jennifer Hudson, which remember I already said she's like a modern-day Aretha Franklin with her voice, was going to play Franklin in an upcoming biopic. The news was announced by the film's executive who made public their decision 2 days before Graf's article was published, which means that Graf probably knew about it before. But, like, dude, it would have been so hard to keep in that news. An all-star tribute concert celebrated her music in November of 2018, about 2 months after she died at Madison Square Gardens in New York City. So she had 18 Grammys, and she had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. She had 18 songs in the top 10 U.S. singles. Like, these were the ones that just hit the top 10 in the U.S. Hot 100 singles. Like I said, 5 of them were from the same year, which is crazy. So what we're going to do, this song only uses 3 chords. So I'm going to be posting the song for those of you with ukuleles at home to learn and sing. Also, I thought it would just be fun because you guys know this song, so I figured it'd be something fun to do. Why not? Please excuse my singing voice because I am not Aretha Franklin, nor am I Jennifer Hudson. What you want? Baby, I got it. 1, 2, your turn. What you want? Baby, I got it. You're now my turn. What you need? You know I got it. Your turn, ready, and what you need? You know I got it. 1, 2, ready, and all I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home. 1, 2, ready, and all I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Baby, when you come home, respect to ready, go. Baby, when you come home, respect to ready, and I ain't gonna do you wrong while you're gone. 1, 2, ready, and I ain't gonna do you wrong while you're gone. I ain't gonna do you wrong, 'cause I don't wanna. 1, 2, ready, and I ain't gonna do you wrong, 'cause you don't wanna. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Baby, when you come home, respect to ready, and baby, when you come home, respect. Alright, next part. I'm out to give you all my money. 1, 2, ready, and I'm out to give you all my money. 1, 2, next part. But all I'm asking in return, honey. 1, 2, ready, and but all I'm asking in return, honey. 1, 2, ready, and is to give you my proper respect when you get home. 1, 2, ready, and is to give you my proper respect when you get home. Yeah, baby, when you get home. 2, ready, yeah, baby, when you get home. Alright, back to that part. Ooh, your kisses, sweeter than honey. 1, 2, ready, and ooh, your kisses, sweeter than honey. But guess what? So is my money. 1, 2, ready, and but guess what? So is my money. All I want you to do for me is give me some when you get home. Excuse me, guys. All I want you to do for me is give me some when you get home. Yeah, baby, when you get home, your turn. Yeah, baby, when you part, you know we're going to do it 2 times. Actually, 3 times, because 3 is fun. And I am not going to go over it because I know you guys know this part. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to be. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take out the T-C-P. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take out the T-C-P. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take out the C-P-T. A little respect. We're going to do the whole song through one more time. I hope you find my singing amusing and it gives you some joy to your day. Let's do the whole song. I remember I have the lyrics up. Maybe I can get fancy. I swear, guys, I don't have corona. I just have a tickle in my throat and I have no water. I know you guys, some of you are like, oh my gosh. No, I'm fine. I promise. It's allergies and a tickle in my throat. All right, we're going to do the whole song. Please just remember that I am not Aretha, okay? But this is going to be fun. And who knew you were going to have private playing sessions of Miss B singing R&B songs? All right, here we go. What you want? Baby, I got it. What you need? Oh, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Baby, when you come home. Respect. I ain't gonna do you wrong while you're gone. I ain't gonna do you wrong, 'cause I don't wanna. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Baby, when you come home. Respect. I'm out to give you all my money, but all I'm asking in return, honey, is to give me my proper respect when you get home. Yeah, baby, when you get home. Ooh, your kisses, sweeter than honey. But guess what? Here's my money. Oh, so's my money. All I want you to do for me is give it to me when you get home. Yeah, baby, when you get home. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to be. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take out the T-C-P. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to be. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take out the T-C-P. A little respect. Oh, baby, a little respect. Oh, baby, a little respect. All right, guys, so here is your assignment. I'm going to give you this in 2 different ways because I realize some of you won't have the materials. For one, I would like you to go check out this page on Kiddle, which gives you facts about Aretha Franklin. For you guys, it's kind of like Wikipedia, but we know everything on this website's good. Secondly, I would like you to make an instrument at home using materials you can find in your home. Do not go out and buy anything. You should not be in the store anyway unless it's an emergency and you need food. And this does not require food. Be creative, okay? Make an instrument using materials you find at home. And then you need to let me know what your instrument is. And I would like you guys to either send me a picture or you can send me a video. If it plays, props to you. If your instrument can play, I'm going to give you a shout out in my next video. If you don't feel comfortable or you don't have materials at home to do, parents, don't freak out. I get that this is a little extra, but I wanted it to be something fun, and you do have a week to do it. Draw an instrument. Tell me what it is. Tell me what kind of sound it makes. Be creative. Don't draw me something that looks like a guitar and you call it something else that it's still a guitar. So you have the option to not make something, but you have to be super creative about it because it can't be an instrument that's already made. Or you can make something and it be playable, and I will give you a shout out in my next video, which I think sounds super cool. So that's how you're going to get your points. Ukulele people, those of you that have ukulele at home, I will post this for you because it's a super easy song. And it would be something super fun. If you're a ukulele person and you can send me a video of you playing the song, maybe you'll end up on the Facebook page for the Paseo Pointe, because that would be something definitely cool that's come out of this. All right, thank you guys. I miss you so much. Can't wait to see you. Bye.